Hi, this is Chris Arrold of Nautilus Architects, located in Old Lyme, Connecticut. This is Friday's edition of Architecture Talks, and today we're in the Old Lyme area in front of a house circa 1830. It was a captain's house and was originally just a center volume that you see. Is called a Federal style house. So you can see those large pilasters that frame the corners, and then at some point later on those what are called appendages were added on either side with the porches beside those. So the house maintains its very symmetrical appearance. And so this house was in a state of pretty bad disrepair, and these homeowners have really lovingly restored it to be, again, a gem on this street. And so I'm going to walk around to the side here so you can see a recent addition that we put on. That the house was somewhat lacking in some of the modern day comforts. For instance, a master bedroom suite on the main floor, adequate laundry area, mud room, some of the things that people want in the 21st century. So this piece here on the back left replaced what was really an unsightly addition that someone had done some 20 or 30 years ago perhaps, where they had taken, it must have been an ailing relative who had to come live with them in a hurry, and so they just tacked on what was almost like a trailer onto the side of the house. So we took that away and then put back this addition, which sort of ties in with the existing house in terms of the cornice lines lining up with that one-story piece with the porch on it. And then also all of the details have been faithfully reproduced with all the dental moldings and the pilasters and the stone foundation. We were able to mimic the original stone, the granite pieces, and the layout of the granite pattern on the foundation of our addition. So all the way through we were very faithful to the details and materials of the original house. And I think this is an interesting project because it's not one where it's front and center and it's saying look at me, look at all the clever things I've done, look at how attractive I've made myself. It's really in complete deference to the main original house, and it just wants to kind of get along and not make any mistakes and just be a good second citizen to the main house. And I think it's successful in that regard. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the style and the choice of style for a project. And so some people will look at our modern work and then they'll look at a project like this and they'll sort of be confused about, like, well, what style do you do? And to us, it's not really about the style, it's about the clients, it's about the context. We would never put a modern house, even if the Historic Commission would let us, which they probably wouldn't. We would not choose to put a modern house in a location like this or a modern addition on a house like this because it doesn't make sense, and we're always very keenly aware of and interested in continuing and reinforcing the fabric of the location and the neighborhood. And so each condition is unique, and that's how I would define the services of our firm. And a lot of times people are looking for an architect and they're looking at their work and they're saying, well, this person's done 50 shingle style houses, and in fact this one shingle style house looks most like what we have in mind, so therefore we're going to hire these people to do our project. For us, each project is a new opportunity. We can do great work, whether it's shingle style, whether it's traditional, whether it's modern. We think that there's good to be found in all styles, and there's high quality examples and low quality examples. And so that's the other point I wanted to get across today. This is Chris Arrold, Nautilus Architects, and this has been Architecture Talks.